a senior lecturer in the Department of Guidance and Counselling of the Taraba State University, in person of Dr. Bakri Osman. Dr. Bakri is an academician, or is an academist to the higher pedestal. I need not to overbeat a dead horse, but rather, Dr. Bakri is from the Faculty of Education, who is going to serve as a lecturer for this. He's going to present a paper for this occasion. They're supposed to be two in number, but the other one, because of unforeseen circumstance, he could not be here in person of Dr. Tiger, who is in the Department of Islamic Studies. Dr. Bakri Usman, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
A degree. Most of us seated here, we are running helter-skelter day in, day out, under the rain, under the sun, try to acquire the white paper, right? Without having any skill attached to that white paper, which is, in another way, is a big fallacy. You know what fallacy is?
من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most gracious. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the sustainer, the provider, the abaser, the omnipotent, and the omniscient. We thank Him for this opportunity. We thank Him for giving us this, one of the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed. It's 2nd of what? July 2023. An Islamic calendar is 14 or 15th? 14 of the Hijjah, 1444 after Hijrah, meaning after the migration of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina. May Allah be pleased with our Prophet. My brothers and sisters, we are here to witness our lima, and afterwards we have presentations, and the topic title skills rather than just what? Just degrees. If I may to look at the topic very well, I may like to look at it this way. Psychology of vocational choice, a new paradigm shift. What do I mean by this? I want you to focus your attention very well. If you look at the term skill, we are referring to abilities, capabilities, capacities that an individual may acquire or may learn or may have in executing a work or a particular task that is being given to him. This is a skill. You must acquire it. You must take your time to learn. And this type of learning is a permanent learning. It's not a rote learning that some of you are doing in the universities. Rote learning in the sense that you may take your hand out today, you may commit yourself, committing the paragraphs into memories. For those of you that have photographic memories, they may be taking the picture of all the pages, so that if they go to their exams, they'll pour everything, they'll write everything verbatim. Garbage in, garbage out, without exerting their knowledge, their skills from what they have consumed in the materials. Skill is permanent. If you like it, take it that way. It's permanent in the sense that if they ask you, come and execute this task, you should be able to do it very well. It's not like your exams. After 30 minutes, if they ask you to still write that exam, you can't write it because you've memorized your handouts or your textbooks based on that particular exams. It's unfortunate. The aim is defeated. University education is more than that. University education is an education that groom leaders, education that groom lecturers, professors. It's an education that groom business magnates. It's an education that groom people, technocrats. It's an education that groom whosoever that you can think of, that you can dream of. University education, to me, is nearly dying. We've bastardized the system of education in the sense that an SS1 student is coming to the university. Right from SS1, he has written jam, somebody has written jam for him, somebody has written his paper for him, has made his papers. He is accelerating himself to part 1 without following the due process. That person is in part 1. If you ask him to do this, he can't do it because university education is all about philosophical education. You must use your intellect to think out of box. You must use your intellect to read in between the lines. That is the essence of university education. But the reverse is the case. Some of us are not taking it serious. We don't take university education as anything. Yes, is it not Dr. A or Dr. B? Is it not Mr. A or Mr. B? I can pass his course. If I give him 50,000, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, he can pass me. He can give me A. The aim is defeated. Even if we have people like that, do not give them anything. I'm telling you this. We want you people to acquire sound education, sound knowledge, so that if you leave this place, if you are going out, people will contest with you. Not only the certificates, but the skills that you've acquired from the citadel of learning, that is university. The topic is all about skills. And I want to take it this way. We have 2 types of skills. Based on what researchers are saying, or have reported, they said we have 2 types of skills. We have soft skills and we have hard skills. But some of us, it's unfortunate that we are so much engrossed in soft skills instead of us to still diversify our knowledge into into hard skills. But we are so much glued, we are so much attached to soft skills What are those soft skills? These are interpersonal skills. These are people skills. These are what? Social skills. These are critical thinking skills. These are verbal skills, non-verbal skills. These are communication skills, leadership skills. These are some of the skills that we are talking about. These are soft skills. Soft in the sense that, even if you call it soft, but it takes one time to acquire them. Are you getting it? For you to be a good presenter, you must tell yourself that, look, I must read round the clock, I must practice, I must do this, I must do that, before you become what? A good presenter, public presenter. It takes time. Let us take a look at communication skill. If you're not good at English, you can't communicate. If you can't read very well, you can't write very well. Are you following? If you can't read very well, you can't what? You can't write very well. If you do not invest your time in reading, you cannot harvest anything outside. What am I saying? You must invest your time before you harvest, or before you get the result. Huge result in return. But we so much like soft skills. And not only this, another skill that you're expected to note, which is we still want people to have those skills, is critical thinking skill. It's not everybody who can have a very good thinking before he takes decision. For you to take decision, you have to take some stages or steps. You must look at the problem, you must analyze the problem, you must criticize the problem, you must evaluate the problem, you must look at the advantages and disadvantages before you take a decision. This is the critical thinking skill that we are talking about. It's part of the soft skill that we are discussing or talking about. Another skill is leadership skill. Maybe some of you may look at it as if it's easy and it's an easygoing thing. Very difficult. As a leader, you must have that skill of commitment. As a leader, you must have that skill of coaching others. As a leader, you must have that skill of what? Persuading people, calling people to you, or to what you want to take them to. Because a leader is someone that leads people to what? To achieve the goals of his organization. You must persuade people. You must use your domineering skills in order to persuade your followers, in order to call your followers, so that you can work toward achieving the goal of your organization. But the reverse is the case. Some of our leaders are not doing that. They don't look at their followers as if they are people that can help him or help them. You should understand this. As a leader, there is what we call social skill. You must socialize with your leader, with your followers. You must look at their problems. You must understand their problems. You must view yourself in their shoes so that you can solve their problems amicably. If you are not following this, you are not a good leader. A good leader is expected to empathize with people. These are skills that we lack them. And not only that, a good leader is expected to have motivation. He should motivate himself and as well motivate others to achieve what? To achieve the aims, the goals of his organization. But the reverse is the case. Some of our leaders are not creative. As a leader, you should be creative. Creative in the sense that you are not doing this, you create that particular thing so that people will do it, so that you can achieve the aims and objectives of your organization. But some of our leaders are not creative, they are idiots, so to speak. Idiot in the sense that they have low IQ, intelligent quotient. Is what? Is too low. They can't think outside the box and they cannot interpret what they've read in between the lines. Not only that, as a leader, you must have strategic thinking. These are skills. I'm just listening these things to you. Strategic skills. Some of us, they don't have strategic thinking. As a leader, you must have these things. You must think ahead of your what? Of your followers. Strategically, you must take your time to read a lot. You must take your time to follow the footpaths of those that have passed before you. Meaning, the footpath of what? The predecessors, of your predecessors. These are some of the things that we should do. But the reverse is the case. Let me just briefly go back to the main thing that I want all of us to note. And this thing is the hard skills. That everybody is running away from it. We don't want to learn the hard skills, and the hard skills pay. They pay. Are you getting it? Hard skills what? Pay. Meaning, if you don't have skill, there is every possibility that you cannot prosper. There is every possibility that you cannot what? You cannot prosper. One of the philosophers said, you can fly. It is possible for you to fly without a motor, but not possible for you to fly without knowledge and what? And skill. Meaning, if you see a pilot piloting an airplane, he is doing that using his what? His knowledge and what? And skills. If you use your vehicle to this place, your motorbike to this place, meaning you have the skill or the skills to what? To manipulate your motorbike up to this place. If you don't have these skills, you cannot manipulate your vehicle. In the university, they don't want to be using all these things. They prefer looking for lucrative jobs, white-collar jobs and blue-collar jobs. This is their concern. This is their concern. I'm calling on you. And I want to tell you, you can change your mindset. You can change your what? Mindset. Your mindset. It's not too late. You can redesign your future. You cannot change the past. Already, you have your future before you. You can design your future. You can achieve your goals if you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see you through, to help you. It's possible. It's possible. Allah is ever ready. Allah is ever ready to help you. Allah is ever ready to answer your prayers, to answer your invocations. Unless if you do that. If you do that, then Allah is ever ready to accept your prayers. It's not late. Let me ask you this simple question. What type of skill do you have now? What type of skill are you earning money out of it? What type of skill have you acquired over the years? What are you doing over this term skill? Do you have the intention to acquire the skill? If you don't have the intention, I want you to redefine your intention now. Tell yourself that you can do it. And it's gradual. Gradual in the sense that philosophers are saying that Rome was not built in a day. Meaning, this university was not built in a day. It was a gradual what? Process. You can acquire skills through gradual process. Do that. You have the intellect. You have the abilities. You have the capabilities. You have the capacities. If you value it, Allah will help you. If you are interested, Allah will help you. It's left for you now to cast your dice before the Almighty Allah. Allah is ever ready to accept your prayers. He said, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. If my servant asks about me, if my servant invoke me, tell them that I'm ever closer to them than their what? Jugular vein. This is what Allah said in the Holy Quran. وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ. Meaning, Allah is closer to you, is the closest being to you than your jugular vein that is in your body. What am I saying, my brothers and sisters? It's not too late for you to change your mindset. Let me tell you, if you attach preference to certificates, let me recall vividly what the most wealthiest person in the world said. Elon Musk. You know about him? I know some of you knew about him. Elon Musk said, when he was to go to school, he was not happy with that because it was a torture to him. This is what he said. He said, having a degree certificate is nothing. It's never a thing that he takes it serious. For you to acquire higher education certificate, he said, is meaningless unless and until you have the skills. This is what he said. Unless and until you have what? The skills. This person that is saying this was an economist. He read economics at the undergraduate studies. He read physics, and he abandoned these two fields. He ventured into IT world. He ventured into what? IT world. He ventured into information technology world. Today, this person is the most wealthiest person in the world. He set aside his certificates and he went and studied or learned something that is different. This is what you are expected to do, my brothers and sisters. Let me take you around the clock. Mark Zuckerberg, the chief executive secretary chief executive officer of Facebook, was a university dropout. Was a what? University dropout. He left university. He was a student of Harvard University in America. He left. He dropped. He started learning how to code. You know, coding, using numbers, 010 and things like that. He started learning programming languages or language. This is what he started doing. Before you understand, he has acquired enormous experience, exponential knowledge on this particular aspect that he has chosen. Remember, he has set aside his what? His certificate. He is not a graduate. He said, let me acquire the skills. He went and acquired the skill of coding. And each and every one of us here, majority of us, if not 99.9% of us here, are having Facebook what? Pages. Meaning, Mark Zuckerberg, a dropout, a university dropout, has used his skill to what? To influence each and everybody in the world. Did you agree with that? He did not use that. He didn't use his certificate to change your mindset, to change our mindset. He used his skills. What am I really saying? I'm saying that you are expected to look at the skill over and above anything that you are acquiring in life. The skill comes first. The skill, you must look at the skill. Another person, this person is called Larry Ellison. This person is called who? Larry Ellison. This person left the university. He went ahead to learn how to code. He went ahead to learn how to program. They established a company called Oracle. You can check. Oracle. They are selling what? Softwares. Different softwares in different languages. He is one of the most wealthiest person in the world. He was a dropout. He did not finish his degree. He preferred the skills over and above his certificate. And he was able to make it in life. What am I really saying, my brothers? I'm saying that don't attach too much preference over and above your certificate. Your certificate is just a fancy letter or is just a fancy paper being given to you, testifying that you have acquired this knowledge, you have acquired that knowledge, but it's not the end of everything. Your certificate is just a paper, but the skill is everything. What am I saying? If you are in geography, if you are in physics, if you are in chemistry, if you are in biology, and the skill that you are expected to acquire in this field, you cannot acquire then you still have a long journey before you, my brother or my sister. Let me take you round. Who has iPhone here? iPhone, please. Do you have iPhone here? Anybody with iPhone here? Okay. But we've heard about iPhone. Is that correct? The person that stood up to establish the company called iPhone, or a product called iPhone, this person is called Steve Jobs. He was a dropout. He was a what? A dropout. He has never finished his university. He left the university to acquire skills, and God so kind to him, he was able to acquire the skills. My brothers, I'm not saying that you should leave the university. I'm not saying that you should drop your university. Our situation in Nigeria is quite different from Americans. Americans, the last president or the immediate past president of America, Donald Trump, signed an executive bill that henceforth all Americans should be employed even without certificate. If they have the skills, they should be employed in accordance with those that have certificate. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. If you don't have the certificate, it's another problem. What am I saying? Get the certificate and acquire what? The skills. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should drop your certificate. No. Our environment, our location is a bit different. Since we attach so much concern about the paper qualification, we should be able to add the skills with the papers, so that wherever we go, we can be above and over and above other graduates. Are we following? Are you following? These are people that change the narratives of the world. Somebody that created or established a product or is selling a product called iPhone was a dropout. What are we saying? We attach preference to our educational system that everybody should acquire the certificate. You cannot read the content of your certificate, but you are struggling helter-skelter to what? To get the certificate. This is what we are doing. We are deceiving ourselves. We have bastardized the system of education. Whosoever that is acquiring the is doing his undergraduate, by hook or crook, he wants to graduate, even if he cannot read and write. This is what we are doing. Even if you cannot read, you cannot write, you may call your husband, you may call your relatives, please go and talk to this person. He fails me. This is our problem. Instead of you to sit up, instead of you to buckle up in order to face these challenges so that you can achieve the goals, so that you can get the aims and objectives of being a university student, you don't want to do that. This is our problem, my brothers and sisters. Another thing that I want you to note. This is just one aspect. Let me take you to an engineering field. Okay, let me finish with IT's field. Please listen. 60% or 69% of job now in the world, IT world has taken it. IT world has what? Has taken it. Meaning 60% of job in the world now, IT world has taken it. You must tell yourself that, look, I have to force myself to know how to do these things. Some of us are doing social media. They are manipulating social media for nothing. If I were you, I would make my social media to be earning money from it. Earn money from your social media. Be a creative thinker. You be a productive student. Don't just be some of us are just surfing the internet for nothing. Some are surfing the pornographic materials. Some are surfing nonsense. Instead of them to use this medium to get, or media, to get these things, to get the wealth, to get the experience, to get the knowledge, they don't want to be doing that. You are just wasting your time. Programming is one aspect that you can venture into it as a student. Programming is very, very good. Please tell yourself, as from today, you are going to learn how to program it. Designing is one of the things that you should learn. These are skills that you can acquire them. Sometimes you cannot acquire these skills in the universities. You have to go outside the universities and learn. You can learn how to be a very good designer, a web designer. You can be a very good networker. It's another aspect in IT. Take your time to learn how to be a very good networker. And not only that, my brother, you can be a very good artificial intelligence officer. Nowadays, we are using artificial intelligence. Are we getting it? What I'm saying now, what I'm narrating now, already in the world we have gadgets, we have tools, we have equipment that can take my voice and transcribe my voice. After finishing the presentation, they'll just print what I've just said. It's from IT. Artificial intelligence now has taken us to the world. If I have a topic, a project topic, effect of this is on this. If I give it to artificial intelligence, please generate abstract, generate objectives, generate research questions, generate hypotheses for me. That artificial intelligence can generate it within 5 seconds for you. 5 seconds. Before you understand, you can finish your write-ups within 5 seconds. This is the world that we are living in now. This is what I'm talking about, the IT knowledge. IT knowledge. If you go to some of the offices, before you enter the office, the door will just open for you because they have programmed that particular door. If somebody is coming, if the image is coming, if this is coming, the door should open. They have coded everything. This is the IT world. Don't look at yourself that you are in Islamic studies, you are in mathematics, you are in physics or biology or social science also. You can still make it in the world of IT. It's all about acquiring the skills. Are we getting it? There's what they call block. Philosophers ask, in the next 100 years to come, in the next 50 years to come, what will be the future of work in the world? They said most if not all, the future will belong to those that have IT skills. That have what? IT skills. What am I saying? Venture into IT skills. You can still make it. You have a brighter future. You can still make it. Set aside your field of study. Go to another site. Go to another field. You can do the two. Right? You are here, you are there. But if you put your mind in one place, it's better for you. Are we getting it? What am I saying? Please look around. Look around and venture into different businesses. Another thing that I want you to look at it is automobile engineering. Automobile what? Engineering. If you've used your vehicle, your motorbike, your car, your bicycle to this place, is a work of automobile engineers. There's what they call in physics thermodynamics. Who can tell us about thermodynamics? Physics student, science student, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You have been challenged. Please look at it very well. Thermodynamics. What am I saying? Automobile engineers use thermodynamics to look at the situation of their vehicles. Automobile engineering is an engineering that helps us to produce, to manufacture, to design and sell products, most especially the trucks, most especially the motor cars, most especially the vehicles. We are not even, some of us don't have idea about automobile what? Engineering. They don't know. And they don't know that they don't know. We have technical colleges. These colleges are expected to produce people like that, automobile engineers. Automobile engineers. They are the people that take care of what? Fabricating the body of the car. They are body mechanics. They repair bodies. They are mechanics. They repair cars. They take note of electrical work in the cars. They take note of electronic work in the cars. They take note of air conditioning in the cars. They take note of many things like that in the car. Nowadays, even the human interface between you and your car. You are coming, your car will just open for you. You sit down. You cannot use fuel. Are you getting it? What are we talking about? Are we still thinking to venture into this? Maybe some of you said, no, this one is for Americans. No. There is one Sokoto man, Jilani Aliyu. This person was in America. He works in a very good place in America. His work is to design cars for them. When Buhari came into power, this person was invited to Nigeria. And a place was opened for him. This person has started what? They have started producing cars without fuel in Nigeria. Meaning, it's possible for you. You can leave this place today to Lagos, to any part of the world. To what? In order to acquire knowledge. Let me tell you from my experience. When I was in Onitsha, I did my NYSC in the Army barracks in Onitsha. I was there. An Igbo man came looking for somebody who can speak Arabic. They were helter-skelter looking for somebody who can speak Arabic. They said, go to Imam. When they went to the Imam, Imam could not speak Arabic. He said, go and call this copper. They went and looked for me. When I came, Imam said, listen to what this Igbo man will tell you. I gave him my ears. I was all ears. I listened to him. He narrated all these stories. He said he bought some parts. Are you getting it? I'm just telling you, one of the aspects of automobile engineering is what? Is part merchandising. Is what? Part merchandising. You can buy parts from different nooks and crannies of the world. That Igbo man, he bought parts, spare parts. From where? From Egypt. They were to bring the work or his merchant or his whatever to Lagos. He could not communicate to them. They went and called somebody that can speak Arabic. I picked the phone. I interacted with the Arab man. When I interacted with the Arab man, I wrote everything that we discussed with the Arab man. The Igbo man said, yes, this is correct, and this is what we've agreed upon. When I left, to my greatest dismay, what I did, already they have contracted the Igbo man that if this person translated this portion of these things for you, you are going to pay us. And this is what happened. They paid, Igbo man paid. Later on I was told that Igbo man paid for this. Are you getting it? Meaning, for you to acquire Arabic language, and as well having the English language is another field of study that you should not play with it. Let me tell you what happened. When I went to Khartoum, my friend dedicated his time teaching. There is a school called Oxford College. That person was there. In 2 months' time, he met up to 2 million Nigerian money. Why? Because that person can speak good English. As well, he can speak Arabic. What am I saying? Acquire the speaking skills, Arabic skills and English skills. Wherever you go, you can use your skills. You can't buy skills with money, but you invest your life or your lifetime or your resources in acquiring skills. Are we getting it? It's very difficult for you to buy skills. You can't buy skills. You must take your time, invest your time, manage your time, prioritize your time before you acquire the skills. In this aspect of automobile engineering, these are some of the things that we should do it. Even if you can't get it here, leave this place, go to Onitsha, go to Aba, go to other places, go to Port Harcourt. They are there waiting for you. Go and acquire the knowledge. Don't say that you don't want to do that. You like spending your lifetime in Taraba and in... No. Take a journey to other places in order to acquire skills. Are we following? Are you getting it? These are some of the things that you should do. Don't deceive yourself, please. You have the ample opportunity, ample time to invest in your life. Please make judicious use of your time. Manage your time very well so that you can achieve these things. So long as you do not achieve, you didn't invest your time in what will profit you today. You are just spending your time willy-nilly. You don't care to manage your time very well. Tomorrow, the return is what? The return will be little and it will be what? Negligible. Meaning, invest your large chunk of time in getting something that will bring large amounts of returns to you. Do not play with your time. This person, Elon Musk, the most wealthiest person in the world, Elon Musk, this person said he observes sleeps only 2 hours in a day. 2 hours in a what? In a day. Meaning he spent 2 hours only sleeping. But the remaining period, he said he invests his time in doing some things. There is what they call heart study. Heart what? Study. Heart study. If you want to get something, off your handset, off everything, get a serene place, a secluded place, start reading. Take your time to read for understanding. You can understand so long as you want to understand. If you do that, you can acquire knowledge. These are some of the things that will help you. If you do not do that, then it's another problem. There's what they call 80-20 rules in life. Invest 20% of your time to your customers, then the reward will come in 80%. Are you getting it? If you invest 20% in your time now, I'm telling you, you may reap 80% rewards. What am I saying? Don't spend your time willy-nilly. You are expected to what? Manage your time, take a look at your time, make use of your time, invest using your time. These are some of the things that will help you in life. And now ask them to design a very good lesson plan. In fact, only 3 of them could design a lesson plan. And one funny thing, majority of those people are graduate of Faculty of Education. They cannot design lesson plan. These are soft skills that you should be able to what? To invest your life acquiring them. Ask somebody that has the skills. Another thing that I want you to note, because time is against us. One thing is certain, is the English that we are using. It's a medium of communication. Medium in the sense that you cannot communicate your what? Your mind, if you don't know the tenses. If you don't know the what? The tenses. A graduate was employed in one of the colleges in Taraba State. When he went to that college, he was given a class to teach. That person ran away because he could not teach. This morning, I was told this. These are the graduates we are producing. No skills, but they have beauty and fancy certificates. I have said it all. Do not attach preference to your certificate, but attach preference to skills that you are going to acquire. With this, I pray may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us aright. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you.